Chicken and broccoli. That's my safe word. I love this stuff. It's very good. Taking my snack. Use my apple bag as a snack bag with my coffee and water. Not bad. Spaghetti today. I think I can eat it. Let's see. Woo! Got me some boiled peanuts. I've been missing them. They're pretty good. Got me 3 bags. It's $6 a bag now. Very tasty. Don't know. Yeah, sitting out here relaxing. I didn't have nothing to do, so I was working some overtime. And now I'm home. It's good to be home. Do a lot of walking, so kind of tired, getting old and stiff. But the trees are really coming in thick with the leaves. Back can't see through the road no more. To their little road, and the birds are making all kind of noise, and the wind is swinging or blowing through the trees. I'm just out here relaxing, drinking my coffee, and I got protein powder in about half a scoop for this cup, and half of the other one is about 37 grams or 37 protein or whatever that is. My son's getting me into protein, but he works out. I just do a lot of walking. But the wind's picking up. I need to cut my grass, what I need to do. But I got to work Monday, Tuesday, possibly Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so I don't know. Might just relax. Then go to bed. Then go to work. There's a lizard. See if he's gonna attack my grandson. He's gonna attack me. That's my wife's dog. Angel ain't been out here with me, but that was her dog. Killer. Yep. Yep. What you want? What you want? Macaroni, rabbit food, pork chop, woo, and a cookie, woo.
All right, here we go. We're at, what's the name of this place?
La Paria.
La Paria.
Something.
And I got a
Cutting that onion.
Monterey salad.
Give me a little bit of rice.
Monterey salad. And here is, what did you get, Rob?
The mango glazed chicken.
Mango
Plate
glaze.
now.
All right.
You put all the onion on the little plate.
Yummy, yummy.
I didn't put it all on there, did I?
Yeah.
All right. Have a good evening.
My mom sent me this food from Paparia, whatever. Looks pretty good. And I have no privacy now, so we got added noise. He's April the 30th. That grass is kind of getting, it ain't too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it, so it don't have to be too bad. One of my old hats. Collect some. Gonna cut some grass. Cutting grass! Woo! Get it done! I cut the grass. And I cut the little strip out there. Not too bad. Over there. All by riding lawnmower. Salisbury steak, Corn and beans. They're free, but is it good? I don't know. My peanut butter crackers, my grandkids ate them all, but this is a good snack. It is. Peanut butter spread, protein bar, crackers. My grandkids been eating them all, so some applesauce. We're raising chickens, and I seen this picture. These are chickens with looks like little outfits from walkies or whatever from Star Wars. So I just thought they were so cute. And I've been saying, hey, why don't you get these outfits for the chicken? Telling my daughter, and she thinks I'm crazy. We're giving away 5 roosters because you can only have so many roosters per chicken. There's pizza being ate.
Nachos from Subway?
This is chicken nachos from Subway. I will have to try that one of these days. Look at that. How many chickens they got? Yep. Getting rid of 5 roosters. They've been blowing feathers and leaves or whatever. They got junk all over my coffee, and it was full. It looked like somebody poured sand on it. So I dumped it out the window right down here. I'm very upset. I had to go to the bathroom, had to stop at Bojangles. These chickens drive me crazy. I should just went somewhere. I'm supposed to work. They gave me a day off, and I wish I was working. Woo. But it's rough. It's chicken. She's rough. I still gotta do some stuff. I gotta go home, take a shower, make me some more coffee, and then go get my apples. And then go pay my tax bill in the car. What else I gotta do? I gotta do something else. Something. Look at this little guard dog. It's like a cow. That little guard dog.
A chicken!
Yep. My son says it's chicken. It's a goat. Oh no, my daughter better not say all this. She gonna get it. Now you can see it good, all the stuff that's blowing out of the chicken cage. That's why I got so mad. All that stuff blew all over my coffee. What's the goat's name?
Bloom.
Bloom?
Mm-hmm.
Bloom!
Oh. That's way. The mommy.
Yep. We're gonna get another hen. So we got rid of 5 roosters and get one. Not too bad day. I had a pork chop, but I ate it while I was on the phone. And some broccoli and cheese. And they had like apple pie, I think. Lunchtime. What we got today? We got pizza and fries and a cookie. Pizza fry cookie. Fried pizza cookie. Pizza fry cookie. So beautiful. Hear that wind going through the trees. It's amazing how the wind is up there and the wind chimes ain't even moving because the wind's higher than the house right now. And the chicken got hot. So she's over here trying to get cool. Don't know what's wrong with the chicken. My daughter's the chicken mama. We're just out here chilling out. And I've been thinking, I wanted to do stuff. There is a thing, I think, called Dead Cities. I don't know if that's the one with Negan or whatever his name is. But I did get an email saying it comes on tonight, but I don't have any TV channels. I don't know if my bootleg still works. I ain't watched TV in a minute. But it's 9 o'clock at night, so I don't know if I'll watch it. But I got to thinking, this guy at work, he's going on a trip, and anniversary, he's going to spend about $500-600. And I'm like, wow. And it's like, I've thought about doing some stuff, but then I get so aggravating driving in traffic or just kind of get aggravated. And I was thinking, well, what? I didn't really do a lot of stuff till I got married. And I was thinking, what in the world was the purpose to do it? And they said, you need to do it for you. But it didn't, I don't really care. And I remember somewhat of stuff I've done. and I videoed it so I could watch it. But it's like, what was the point of a lot of stuff I used to do when we go out of trips or the cruises or whatever? You know, you spend all that money into it, but half the problem or half the benefit or most of the benefit was seeing a smile on my wife's face and enjoying her happiness for going on a trip. I get aggravated driving and all that, and had some good moments, but you know, when the kids were little, they didn't want to do nothing I wanted to do. They wanted to color. They didn't care about anything I wanted to see, so you know, they want to do what they want to do. So it was aggravating a lot unless I tried to win the small battles, the hot tub, the jacuzzi. You know, as long as we had that, okay, I make the rest of it survive. But yeah, so right now I just don't really want to do nothing. You know, I thought about working a second job, just stay busy, keep my mind occupied. But sitting here listening to the trees and relaxing, and you know, my grandbabies are with me. They're gonna be with me probably about 3 years or longer if their parents keep spending money by trying to help them out get their own place. But just getting off work and they're busy, the parents are busy, and the grandbaby come over to me and say, hey, you make me a peanut butter sandwich. He'll bring me the bread and the peanut butter, or can you pour my juice? I can't get the lid off, you know, help me with my juice. And that's kind of cool, you know. And I say, I love you too. So that means a lot. And then try not to spoil them with junk that don't matter, tears up, you throw it in the trash. And come home, come time. Hey, what'd you buy me, Papa? And I said, come here. Give him a hug. I said, I got you a hug. And kind of blow their mind, like, a hug, you know. First they're like, well, what is that? And then they're like, okay, and I love you, you know, kind of trying to let them know what the real meaning of stuff is, you know, instead of always wanting a toy or something that's kind of ridiculous. Trying to look for that little dopamine high. And, you know, you need to love and appreciate people who they are and enjoy the nature and everything. Been thinking about my wife today and some of the crazy stuff and whether she would have lived longer, but it was her time to go. And, you know, Mother's Day is going to come up. I got a challenge that I'm going to have at the end of May, about 3 weeks. Hopefully we'll do good. And you got these chickens, and I told her it's probably bad, but I said we had 5 roosters, and she said, well, I think the lady give us $20 to bring them over there. It's a 40-mile ride, so it'd been 80 miles round trip. And I said, well, I'll bring them over there for maybe 30. So we took 5 roosters over there for $30 for gas, you know, and so you get about 20 miles a gallon, 80 miles, so it's at least 4 gallons of gas, so you might make $18, you know, not carrying the wear and tear on your car. But if you do the 50-something miles wear and tear, 50-something cent, you know, 80 miles is going to be like $40-something. So you lose money in that business sense. But so I said, well, 30. So the whole time I was aggravated. The chicken coop, everything blowing, my coffee was covered with stuff. I was so aggravated. And then get over there, and she's got like 250 chickens and roosters. So she wanted a rooster because she needed more roosters. So it was really benefiting her. She sells a laying hen for $20 and a dozen eggs for $5. So we took one of the hen, instead of getting 30, I gave her 20 back because she sells a hen for 20, a laying hen. And then, so we got $10. All the aggravation. And the car didn't really have good air conditioning, so that's why we had to have the windows down. So we got this hen, and it started having like sinus problems and couldn't breathe or eat. And she said, well, it's probably in shock or post-traumatic stress of the trip, and there's no other hens that knew. You know, so she wanted us to buy another hen, and she said, my daughter's looking up all kind of stuff about some kind of medicine you get, but you got to have a prescription. I'm thinking, well, I said, if it lives, it lives. If it don't, it don't. I said, I ain't going to give you $15 more to go back over there and get another one when that one's sick. The other one's probably sick too. So it did start eating, and it's right here. So it kind of, I think it looks happy. I don't know if the eyes are closed. Maybe the eyes are closed. Maybe it's trying to sleep. But I put some little water in there, and I'll get my daughter to fix it. But she had in this thing. Now the sun did start coming on the porch, and she had some food in there, and that fence is kind of folded. Well, that hen is strong enough where it jumped up and pushed that pen up, and I had to pick up the hen and put him in the other cage. So I'm gonna let my daughter, she's the chicken mama, fix it when it gets back. So we had 25, got rid of 5, picked up 1. So we got 21. We had 9 roosters, I think, because something about the feathers. My daughter's telling me all this, but she's the one doing all the work, and I've been financing it. But I'm getting tired. I'm up to $400 and something, and still had to buy food and all this stuff, and Duracell or whatever, supposed to mix with the dirt to keep the gnats down and all kind of stuff. And I said, well, I'm only gonna put enough money in it for the food, and she's selling eggs for $4 a dozen. So I said, I'll probably never get my money back on this deal. So I'm not gonna be buying pens and all this mess. You know, we got 21, and we could raise them, but whatever she's doing, and I'm just not going to be putting a whole bunch of money in these things. But 9 roosters and 16 chicks or 16 hens with 9 roosters was way too much. So we had to get rid of 5 of them. And that lady, she'll make a whole bunch of chickens, or she might eat them, who knows. But just trying to enjoy life. I burn real bad, so I don't really like getting outside in the sun, if I don't have to. I got to have a hat protected. And I tried meeting somebody online, and I met one person. She's crazy. She accused my son of keying her car. The one I actually met. The rest of them have been wanting to use like Telegram, and then you talk to them enough, they'll send you a bunch of pictures. And if you do the reverse search or do the thing where you can search on Google, it'll come up with a different website in a different country or somewhere inappropriate. So all they're doing is taking these pictures and putting them on these dating apps or sending you pictures of what they look like. And they're probably some guy or something in another country that tried to get money off of you, because most of them ask for money. So online dating apps suck. They're terrible. And one guy said you got to be like really out there, really, like Brad Pitt or something like that, in order for that to really work anyway. And so I don't know. I want to do something, but I don't want a bunch of drama or craziness or people accused of cars or somebody just likes to spend money. So I just want peace. And I don't think I want overtime. I think I just want to enjoy my days off. Maybe watch some TV shows. They got that Dead City from Walking Dead coming on tonight, but I might have to watch it later if I can. I gotta pick my son up. Just chilling out. I got a credit card thing I'd kind of forgot about, but we had to run it up a little bit. Wife's going to Charleston. I wasn't really making that much. And then they started wanting me a big old payment. I couldn't afford it. So I got a note, and they give me a settlement, so I'm going to pay that. And I got student loans coming, so don't really have a lot of money to play with anymore. As long as I get my chicken and broccoli. So just chilling out, trying to do what we can, trying to keep people from doing crazy stuff, wanting to put like stuff where it don't need to be. And then I couldn't really go in my wife's room, but now that my daughter and them moved everything out, and I watched a hoarder show. I'm not that bad, but my little area could use some help, and I keep a lot of things I shouldn't, so I think I'm just going to start throwing more stuff away that's not valuable, papers and all. I don't need to keep. I can just take a picture, upload it to an email, like a folder, and then throw it away, because it creates those little dust mites, or the little bitty paper mites, whatever, if you keep paper around. And I don't have a lot, but you know, you're supposed to keep your taxes for like 10 years, and a lot of that now is electronic, digital. You don't have to worry, and just all the broke stuff, and just toss it, you know. But I gotta wait till they get all their stuff out, and I have a lot of room, and whatever's broke, that they broke while they're here, throw that away. So I got a little time to wait on that, you know. But just trying to chill out, listening to the wind, and drinking coffee with no chicken stuff all over it. And I think I got, based on last year's income, 'cause I'm no longer married, so they count me as single instead of widower. So I got a $386 student loan payment starting at the end of the month. So I've already got it direct auto draft. And if you make more than I did the previous year, to go up, you make less, you lose your job, or you get disabled. So I got to pay for that now, and so I'm gonna put about $200 every paycheck in that little account, and then that should cover $400 a month. You know, keep that up, do what I can do, living a dream. We was gonna get a hot dog today, but we decided to get a burger, and he got a burger and a beer and whatever those other things are, onion rings. And this is plant-based protein, but I'm probably gonna get animal next. Yeah, hamburger, hot dog, and a Coke. I was thinking about mixing some peas and chicken if the chicken and broccoli keeps going bad. I'm eating chicken nuggets. Do you think it's bad to eat chicken nuggets right in front of the chickens? What do you think? Let the chicken out of his cage a little while to get better. Got some kind of respiratory thing, my daughter says. She's Wikipedia chicken. And the chicken's kind of a little sick. So we're going to get them better. I don't know what's going on with them. These chickens are sick, so I got to get some antibiotics. So I said, well, if you cook me some eggs for my chickens, I'll go get some antibiotics. What's better than listening to music sitting outside, enjoying the air and the wind in the trees? Bunch of flies, though. These chickens have gave us a bunch of flies. Bunch of flies. Chicken got some kind of cold, so we got it segregated, and we got the other one segregated. And the woman said she'd give us back another chicken, or she'd treat it, but you never know what you're gonna get when you get a chicken. Something about peace in the country. Even the lizards out here living on my porch rails. The spider web. Some people are not being lazy, they're being productive. I'm just being lazy. Watching the grass grow. They ain't too tall yet. Probably could use a cutting though. Yeah, little lizard. He's like, I'm king of the pillow. I don't know what this blue thing is, but it's easy to climb. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Maybe that'll get me a girl lizard. Where's the girl lizard at? It's hard to meet. You can't meet them. There's no dating app for us lizards except Geico Insurance. Oh yeah.
They got clouds on them. I can't see out of them.
Oh, I know it. This is Trotter's
Have you
Restaurant
got
in
some new
Clinton.
glasses?
Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. 2000. Yep.
Thank you.
This is banana pudding. Yeah, this is where the Katas were. Today is May the 10th, 2025. And I'm up here with my daughter, my son, and my 2 grandsons. Pretty much my whole family. Come up here to see my mom for Mother's Day. And I took her out to Trotter's Restaurant in Clinton. And a lady asked me if I wanted to work Saturday. I said nope. So it's raining. And it kind of surprised me. My mom was fixing to take them to this place called Air something where they have air trampolines and climbing on the walls and pool table, but everything is so expensive. To play pool, $16 an hour. And usually I pay $2 when it's $1 table, and I can pay about 2 hours. It takes me about that long to shoot pool when I play with somebody. Maybe about 40 minutes. So $2.50, you know, probably 2 hours if you get something to eat. So anyway, it's very, very expensive. And my mom was gonna pay for that for almost 5 and almost 3-year-old to go in there. It's noisy, loud. I said, no, 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 no. I said, I can barely handle driving the car with them making all that noise. And it's kind of funny. I don't know if she's real or not. Well, she's real, but you know, sometimes I get bored, and they reached out to me, and they're in California. And I was like, well, what made you interested? And I asked if they wanted a video chat. So they did. And it was real, and I could talk to them, and they heard me, and it's kind of cute. But, you know, mostly what she wanted to talk about was investing. So she hadn't gave me the punchline yet, how she's making all this money investing. So who knows if it's real in California. So it's probably trying to set you up to get into something, and I'm not going to do it. But I was bored, so I'd listen. And then another person, you know, these online things are crazy, because I think they're all either crazy or scammers, or they're crazy. And I said, well, shoot, when I'm in public, nobody pays any attention to me. It's like I'm invisible. And they said, that's because your confidence ain't up. And I said, I have plenty of confidence, but they just don't pay any attention. And I'm kind of bored. I was working overtime, but my body hurting. So I thought about doing this thing with Intuit, where you do like 20 hours a week if they'll work my schedule, and then I could be doing taxes or doing something. Or I probably need to go ahead and make more YouTube videos and quit talking to these invisible people or scammers or whoever they are. So we'll see.
Oh, don't do that. Just know you and Bubba got one of each.
James looks mighty handsome, and
Oh, yeah.
Jessica looks mighty pretty.
How about Molly Bond?
I have to take
That's
one
not-
of me and take one.
Private. And an hour and a half.
Hey. Hey, Mama, happy Mother's Day.
Thank you for my happy Mother's Day dinner, and with all the family. I enjoyed it so much.
You're welcome, Ma.
Mommy!
Woohoo.
Mommy!
Love you, baby.
Love you too, Mom. I got hungry, so I had to get me a triple cheeseburger from Edgefield Pool Hall. There's a rabbit in my front yard. He's just chilling. Kind of wet today, so normally I see him hopping through the yard every now and then. My daughter got her a rooster for Mother's Day. Well, we're getting 3 eggs a day, and it's not too wrinkly either.
4.
Huh?
3 to 4.
3 to 4 eggs a day, so we coming there. Woo!
If anybody wants to donate so we can get some Tiagar for our chickens,
A what?
cash at me at
I got called into work. My grandson brought me his milk, and I had to put his milk together before I leave. He said, well, you might be working overtime, but you need to work overtime for me because I need my milk. My workers bought me a bag for work. They don't like my apple bag. My daughter said this was good, so we're gonna say this is a steak burger with tater tots and a milkshake. So I probably need to walk 10 miles today. Big old storm cloud. Big old storm cloud. Look at that. It's pretty over there. It's pretty over there. They're trying to get us. Huh? I say it again.
Mustache getting long.
Yeah. There's my skinny son. Yep. My daughter is talking to her husband. She looks like a big chicken sitting in the chicken pen. Chicken mama. I was gonna get some boiled peanuts, but instead I'm eating this applesauce, protein bars, and peanut butter, and my fortune cookies. Nobody likes them, so we're gonna give them to the chickens. These are my fortune cookies. You will do better in real estate than in stocks. Huh. Good things come to those who wait. Be patient. A stranger will soon enter your life with blessings to share. I had to come sit in the car. Fire ants bite me. Mosquitoes bite me. So the car's got air conditioning. It's about 8 o'clock. So I got to get in bed for too long. Probably gonna take me a shower because I was cut grass, didn't sweat. But then a friend of ours come over here and I stood by the car for a few minutes and just poured off of me. But the update on the scammer, well, according to Google, and I think they were, because this sounded really strange, but they video chatted with me twice. They're from California, and as they said, and cute little lady, but all they did was talk about investing and told me they were going to come here in 2 or 3 months and their travel budget was 50 grand and they wanted me to pay half. But I said, I ain't going to be able to travel for 2 months. I ain't got that much vacation. And so they were telling me to install like coin wallet, but I know there's a cold wallet and a hot wallet. So, but it don't matter if you trade on their exchange they got, they can still get my information and still all my cryptocurrency, I guess. So I think I don't like cryptocurrency. I don't understand it. I'm like Warren Buffett, but poor, you know, so I have no idea what they're talking about. And that's all they were talking about. But I was kind of lonely, so I was listening to it. But and a lot of red flags, so I finally deleted the app that we were talking on, and now it's quiet. So I'm able to make this video today. If I kept talking, I would have never got it made. But, you know, talking about stuff breaking, I had a plate. Might have come from the Dollar Tree. You know, they got some good plates. They're like ceramic. And I had to have certain dishes I had because, you know, I didn't want to wash the dishes and leave them in there. So the plate was in a spot, and I had a Reese's coffee cup. I never drank out of it because I got my Buc-ee's cup. But Reese's fell off the top, hit the plate, and busted. So now I've lost a plate and a cup. So I can throw something away now. But it's kind of sad. Sad day of reckoning. I've lost some scammers to talk to. But I did get some grass cut today. And I'm not too stopped up. I got to work 3 days, off to work, get stuff, and hopefully pass this stuff I need to pass. And living the dream. Living the dream. You know, they've been feeding us at work. So it's been harder to lose weight because I've been eating more. And then I wasn't hungry. And I weighed like a pound or less. Not my littlest weight yet, but went back down to the 280, 289.9 or 289.8 or something. So finally in the 280s again. So I've been sticking around 290, 293. So I'm kind of happy. And they gave me some smaller pants at work, and they gave me a book bag. They bought the book bag, but the smaller pants. And I was like, wow, because I had them tightened up, and they're all crunched up in the front, baggy on the butt. And they gave me these other pants that are like a 44. So I was a 48 when I started back in September, and now I'm down to 44. And you never know. You need to be out in the world and meet people, but man, there's so many traffic. I don't know if nobody works anymore, but all the days when I'm off, maybe everybody's working rotating shifts, but there's just tons and tons of people, and they drive crazy, and you drive bumper to bumper. I'll get over in the right lane, let all of them pass. I was coming back today, instead of staying on the interstate going the fastest way, I went through the country, and there's only about 5 cars instead of 60 cars. But it was like 5 o'clock rush, and I was like, good gracious. But they're still bad. They all speed up, slow down, and so hopefully it'll get better. Maybe they'll have automated cars, but then what would you do then? Because you get to where you don't have nothing to do, everybody gets in the car and goes. So, everybody's going to be bored riding around in cars. They probably won't ride around in cars, or they'll go to this person's house and sit around, or just sit around the house and look at the lakes. And, if it gets too built up, they'll probably have automated. And then I seen a TV show that I was watching. I hadn't watched TV in a while. I didn't even know second season was out. And they did a spoiler. They killed off one of the main characters. And I was like, man, so I guess I don't have to watch it. But I was like, man, killed off the main character. But yeah, it's really cool. These things locally about roses, so these are like the cheaper version of the earbuds that you have with your phone, but they work Bluetooth. And I can have my phone playing, turn them on, listen to music while I'm cutting grass, riding that lawnmower like a skateboard, going around the edges. And then I have to go long around, so like my face is the grass. Go all the way around here, turn around, because I can't keep going like this. It gets too hard. So go in there, to get all the grass cut in the front yard. So that's nice. But yeah, thank y'all for watching all my videos. I know I ain't been posting. I'm okay. Just weird, figured out March of 2024 was 27 years. So August, it's like April, May, June, July, August, 5 months. So a while back I made a video showing when I was married over half my life. I've still been married over half my life, 27 years and 5 months. So I have to be 54 in 10 months to so when I'm 54 in 11 months or 55, then I'll have a little time that I've been unmarried compared to married. But right now I've still been married over half my life, and my kids are gonna be real resilient. I don't think I want to get married right now, but just to have a friend to talk to or do something with that you kind of like, not really maybe a wife, but just somebody, you kind of get lonely, or, pray that satisfies that emptiness. Because, the person they were real smooth, but I think they were trying to get me to do this. They're going to steal my money. Because I said, well, how much you put in? They said $3,000 to $5,000. I was going to put in 100. And then they were talking about nodes and all this stuff. I have no idea what they're talking about. It might have been legit, but it might not have been. But how are they expecting me to make? They wanted to rent a yacht 2 months from now to go out on the ocean. I said, I don't know how to drive a yacht, and we was going to rent it ourselves or get a captain. They said it'd be about 10 grand. What kind of money you talking about? So they just, I think that was a scam. I'm pretty sure. I ain't talking to them no more. They're in California anyway. What does it matter? But, I'm not that lonely. You don't need all that. But thank y'all for watching. We're going to get into something. Maybe make more chicken, mosquitoes, and it's kind of crazy. Seen that good fortune about the real estate, and somebody told me you got to be available at real estate. So I don't know if I'd be able to sell real estate on my days off, but I thought that'd be fun to do or something, or just relax. Maybe I should just watch TV again, because I don't really like video games. It's too much. And now I've lost a little bit of weight, which my sciatic nerve was kind of going away on the right side because it used to hurt. But I used to lay on my belly, and my belly's smaller. So when I lay on my belly now, I'm getting a creak in my neck right here all the way down. So I had to sleep on my side with the pillow. You get old and things hurt. You hurt yourself barely moving. It's like, how'd you beat yourself up? I went to sleep. And I got in a fight with the Dream Master. And he hit me with nunchucks in my sleep. I don't know what happened. But I thought it was pulling up the stairs, but you just get old. So losing weight will help. Hopefully everything tighten up. And I won't be crazy. Because, a lot of people just say it ain't worth it. And I see a lot of things are crazy. But like I said, I'm still married over half my life for another year and a half. Well, year and about 2 months. Then I'll be not married half my life. So that's kind of weird. But living the dream. You make YouTube. My kids, they get mad every time I say something, but I love you. I love you more than you'll ever know. I try to be here for them and show them the right way and keep my head above water, take care of myself. Because, I had free insurance because I didn't have no insurance. And I had the insurance where if you have free, they took your taxes. So I guess it wasn't free. Well, now I got insurance, but then I can't get into the doctor. So it's crazy. So I can't go till 3 months, and I'll be able to go to the doctor if I still have this job. But I'm trying. I like the job. It gives me a sense of purpose. It don't pay that much, but it keeps me out of the house. And if I don't have to work overtime, I got a lot of days off, which is kind of cool. But then I have to drive in traffic, so you do and then you don't. So y'all have a good one. Good luck doing everything. The stock markets went down probably about a month and a half ago, and they're almost recovered. So haha. So that's better than any digital currency in my opinion. But you gotta be in the system, do your best, and not let it stress you out. What's the point of getting stressed out about it? Try to just enjoy life and look at the chickens, look at the birds, look at the wind. Just enjoy the simple things. Don't worry about it. Don't watch TV. Sit around listen to music. I've been listening to a lot of music lately. I like it. I got my music's only like $3 or something a month in the car, and I got it on the app, Sirius app. But I mainly listen to one station. I'm not listening to all the 700 stations I got for $3. Sometimes they play stuff I don't like. Oh, it's cool. I'm making a playlist, so it goes up $20 a month. Then I'll cut it off, and I got all them songs on my playlist. So you can check it out. That I added them, like cool music, cool songs. If you can see it, I don't know. But having the time, trying to be able to see, keep my hair cut, keep my cars running. I need an oil change now, so hopefully I'll remember to get an oil change. You know, I gotta get some t-shirts, different stuff. I need to pay the tax on the car. On 2014, it was more mileage, but they go about a year. It's gotta be, I think, like 15 years old. So the 2014 was 128, but I paid online $132. And every other year you had to pay the tag, which is like 40 something dollars or 24 or something like that. So this year, the Toyota's 2010, so it's 15 years old, so it don't matter about that mileage. So taxes on this car are only $24. So just a little sticker to put on your tag. The other one's $132. That's crazy. $100 something dollars difference just because of the year and all that in South Carolina. But living the dream. I'm gonna put all this together, so it'll get uploaded maybe. And y'all have a good one, and thank you for watching. And I'll keep doing it as long as I can. As long as I'm mentally coherent or physically got a pulse. And I don't know if I'll upload more frequent, but this is over like about 3 weeks, all these stuff I put together. And y'all have a good one. Thank y'all for watching. And I hope y'all have the best life ever, and just enjoy every moment you can, because there's always something gonna happen that's gonna be like, man. But when nothing's happening, it's good. You know, just realize that. And y'all take care.